Hi everyone, my name is Nyle and I'm a second year SWW DTP 2 student. I'm based in music at the University of Southampton and I'm also co-supervised by sociology at the University of Bristol. In this short video, I'm going to be giving a few tips that may help with the writing of the SWW DTP 2 application, aside from the proposal, as this will be covered in another video. So as well as your project proposal, your studentship application will also ask for an SWW DTP 2 alignment statement. Your alignment statement should be no longer than 300 words. It should focus on two key areas: how you will benefit from what the DTP 2 provides, why you want to work with this community of researchers, and also what makes you stand out in a really competitive field. So you need to think beyond funding here. The DTP are going to be supporting your studies financially, so they need to know and you need to show them how you will benefit from and also engage with the opportunities, activities, placements and funding streams offered by the DTP. So in the alignment statement, you could talk about the training offered, activities and placements supported, inter-institutional and interdisciplinary research communities, going beyond home universities, such as opportunities for engagement with organisations such as non-higher education organisations in the arts, creative economy, heritage, for example. And when you're thinking about this, you really need to be given specific examples. You could make suggestions for additional research clusters or student-led activities if you can identify a gap. And you could also think about any specific training that your project might benefit from. Your application is all about identifying gaps, showing your potential and highlighting how and why you will benefit from the DTP's support beyond basic funding. Why do you want to be part of a community of researchers and what will you gain? Although the application doesn't state this explicitly, you should also imply why the DTP might want you in their cohort and how you will fully make the most of all the opportunities that are available to you. The DTP is funding your doctoral study, so they want to see how you will engage with them and become part of the team. The alignment statement is worth 20% of the overall score of your application. The panel will want to see how far you engage with the personal and professional development opportunities that the DTP provide. They'll also want to see the extent to which you show an awareness of and a willingness to engage with the broader research environment, whether in your home institution or your co-supervisory institution, as well as the consortium's many partners, both in higher education and non-higher education. The DTP will also want to see how far you engage with the thematic research environment and enabling opportunities. So have a look on the website at what the DTP defines as a thematic research environment and try to tailor your proposal and alignment statement to some of those. And also the DTP will be looking for whether plans for placements within the DTP schemes are appropriate, imaginative, feasible, and so on. So a few of my top tips. This part of this application is all about research. Don't underestimate it. It might only be 300 words, but it takes so much background research and, if you're anything like me, almost as much time as it takes to write the proposal. Because it's such a small word count, it needs a lot of fine-tuning. And this is your chance to really highlight where you fit in. So my first tip would be to scour the DTP's website, read every page and really try to find out what they do. Go through their Twitter feed, go through their LinkedIn feed, see what opportunities are out there. You can also pick up on any gaps that you've identified or places where you could provide something that the DTP is not currently offering. You might want to take a look at previous research festivals, for example, student-led clusters, the question journal, which has been created by students recently, and also make sure to identify to the DTP's thematic research environment. Second tip, look for other students. Go on Twitter and LinkedIn to find them. See what kinds of projects they're doing, what supervisors they have, what institutions they're based at, and also what they're working on. Go on to the SWW DTP 2's blog, and you'll find lots of short articles from DTP students past and present. This is a really good way of finding some of the placements, training and opportunities that DTP students have capitalised on in recent years. And my final tip is to really use the criteria in the DTP's application guide, their application guidance, which can be found on the website under prospective students and apply. Really think of it as a checklist. Have I ticked off one by one everything that is being asked of me? I think the best applications would probably be the ones where potential applicants address how each aspect of the criteria and give an example for each aspect of the criteria with something that they do and link it back to how the DTP can support this. So to summarise, it's all just about showing an awareness of the many opportunities offered to you and how you will fit. And this is something to bear in mind as well. Your application really doesn't have to be final. You are not committed to what you set out to do in it. Rather, it's about showing an awareness of these opportunities and your eagerness to undertake them. For example, when I was writing my application, I suggested placement in collaboration with the National Trust's outreach community. As my project developed, this has not become the case, and I have looked at placements and opportunities elsewhere. However, by identifying that placement in my application, I was able to show that I had done my research on the opportunities that were out there. If you're confused about training, opportunities and placement, don't worry, because in the next video we're going to talk about it in more detail. Finally, advice on other aspects of the application can be found on the SWW DTP's website under prospective students apply. There you will find 2 PDFs on guidance and frequently asked questions. Remember, you need the confirmation of both your supervisors before you apply,